Hi, everyone. How are you? How are you doing? I'm Rachel Chamness at Soundwaves Heal. And thank you so much for coming today. I will be doing some card readings with my deck, which is Elemental Magick and Manifestation. And I will also just be highlighting 2 cards at first. So thank you so much for coming. And don't forget this little thing on the bottom here. Okay. It looks like I'm live. This is who I am. I am a shamanic channel and mentor, and that means that I help light workers and spiritual seekers connect with their spirit guides and bring through healing, learn how to channel in all ways, including shamanically, and to speak with any kind of light being that they wish to. So that's what I do, and you can find me at soundwavesheal.com. Hi, everybody. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'll tell you about 2 cards, and then I'll do readings. So if you post and then you don't hear from me, it's because I have a lot going on here in this feed for me. I'm live in 6 places, so you can always just post again. I wouldn't recommend posting like constantly, but every several minutes if you need, or if you feel like I haven't seen you in a while. So if it's shown up like this, then I don't know who you are. You're going to have to let StreamYard get permission to show you on Facebook. And that link is below me, streamyard.com/Facebook. All right, so let's start with 2 cards. We are going to start with Release and Go. So this is a really great card, and the polar bear comes forward because polar bears are elementals. So I actually have a joy guide who's a polar bear, and I always thought my joy guide would be elemental. Why was it a polar bear? It took me forever to figure out that polar bears are elementals. So in this card, which I actually just pulled for a reading right before I came on here, is Release and Go. So what does that mean? This could mean all kinds of things, depending on who you're pulling it for. Of course, I've made the cards in a way that gives different interpretations, or even a channeled message. If you're pulling it for yourself, it's always harder to read for yourself, right? In the book. So, okay. All right, whoever this is, thank you so much. Make sure you click the link so that you can show your name. Release and Go with Yeshua the polar bear. Polar bears are elemental beings from the star Polaris. I'm reading from here. They are quite wonderful and silly fae, but also deeply trustworthy and helpful beings. Call on them to help you with finding your heart's desire and light path in this life, for they would love to assist you. And then Yeshua has a channeled message. Hi, everyone. I see you all here. It is time to leave a situation which is no longer serving your highest good. This may be a work-related partnership, a friendship, a lover, a job, or even a place such as a house or office space. The result will be a higher vibration for your everyday life. Though it may be difficult to make this change, it will be worth it. Stay in your heart space and be as compassionate as you can in this situation. You must put yourself first and not put this off any longer. The time is now. Okay, well, I was going to explain the card a little more, but it looks like I already did in the book. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to share just one more card, and then we'll get to the readings. I know you guys want readings. This is Gimsis the garden gnome. Do you know there are 2 kinds of gnomes? Okay, so here's from the book. There's at least 2 kinds of gnomes that I've met anyway. Where do you find gnomes? Along ley lines, ancient sites, and even in your own garden? Garden gnomes are proud beings who take great care to help you and all creatures in your space. They work closely with nature fae, a type of fae spirit in small nature dwellings, such as mushrooms, acorns, blades of grass, and wildflowers. And then Gimsis's channel is reevaluate a situation which has come up for you. There's something you are missing that requires a deeper look. Allow yourself to feel the situation deeply by going into your heart in a quiet moment and asking for a true answer. Don't take action right away, but let this idea settle into your consciousness so that you can fully understand it. Many times when I pull this card for people, it's about reevaluating something you've promised to do that's no longer aligned for you, and that it's okay to change your mind. That's all the most popular thing that I get for people when I pull this card, but it could be anything, just reevaluating your life, reevaluating something that's on your mind, could be any of those things. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you all a little card, but first I have to let my cat in or she is going to meow. It's also cold outside. Hold on. Come on. Thank you. All right. She's getting a little wild this morning. So how many here are readers, channels, mediums, psychics, whatever you want to call it? I consider channeling to be what we do when we channel healing, such as Reiki, what we do when we bring messages from beyond what you can't see. So you can call that anything you want. You'll need to have open psychic clairs to bring that forward, but anyone can open their clairs. I help people with this all the time. So, you may use different words for it. Some people consider mediumship to be only when you talk to the dead. I actually teach mediumship in 4 levels, and it's the 4th level that we work with those who have passed on who are humans, which can be just a little bit trickier for a human to channel. And I first start with spirit guides and the Fae, which is why these cards really help you connect with the Fae, because they have beings in them, and you can bring them forward and they'll connect with you and help you channel them. Okay. I just thought it was interesting. People have such different words for channeling or what they mean as psychic, mediumship, all this stuff. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to open your clairs, you should definitely check out my site. Send me a PM and I'll tell you some ways to do it and whatever budget you've got going on and how serious you are about it too. Hi, Brooke. Okay, so I'm just going to click a few people who I can't see who you are. You're going to need to click the link like I just had up on and it's down there. If you're working out of your phone and you're using the browser, it's not going to work. You have to have the app for it to work. And so if you can't make it work, all you do is you click this link below and then you click the button on that. If you can't make that work, then just say your name each time you post. Hey, Kitty, you being sweet? Okay. All right. So I shuffled so that would be in perfect order. And here we go. You guys ready? All right. I'm called first to Joanne. Joanne, you got Abundance Windfall. Joanne Downey. Sam High the Troll comes forward. And it's just coming your way. Actually hear the word an abundance of books. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I feel it's also financial abundance, but there's something about books. Maybe you're writing books. And yes, I see Catherine and Stones of Destiny. I see all of you. If you're on YouTube, I can definitely see you. So anyway, Joanne. Abundance of books. Are you writing books? Are you stocking your library? Do you own a bookstore? I don't know why they're showing me books, but maybe there's a lot of books out there that your spirit guides are going to start showing you for you to read for your own spiritual development. I'm not sure, but abundance of books, abundance of finances. I get both for you. Oh, well, how interesting. Okay. Well, there you go. You're on the right track then. There's a lot more books they want you to read. So you're going to be getting these messages like people mentioning books to you and things about books. So it's going to be, pretty interesting. Okay. Hi, Catherine. Good to see you. You got compassion. Laugh or lie, Catherine Romano. Laugh or lie, the tree spirit saying, let's see. It's compassion for yourself. Have great compassion for yourself. So you guys are going to get to know Catherine if you follow me on social media, because she's taking my big accelerated channeling mediumship course right now. Mastery, I should call it. Accelerated Channeling Mastery. It's a mediumship and channeling course for shamanic channeling, all kinds of healing, channeling healing light messages. And you'll be seeing some of her on my page soon in a few weeks. But anyway, they're kind of saying that the compassion you need to have is for yourself. Like things are, we just started the course. Things are like unfolding for you at the exact rate that they're supposed to unfold. And actually, I could tell you personally that you're doing amazing. But they're just saying, have compassion for yourself for things. that you wish to happen, there are steps in which it has to happen, which is also how I teach my course too. But Spirit is saying they have the same steps or some different steps for you even. And so when you reach each goal, things will open a little bit differently. So if you're like really craving something to be happening for yourself, it is going to happen, but you have to like finish some steps first. So just let it unfold as it's happening, and you're gonna get there. So be compassionate with yourself and don't be hard on yourself. That's what they're saying. I don't know. Are you hard on yourself? That's what they're saying. And it could be more than the course too. It could just be, be compassionate with yourself about all things, balancing life and work, being a mom, all that kind of stuff. So just being compassionate with like, you're doing all the things. You're like a superwoman, right? So that's what they're saying. Okay. Joanne Lewis, you got self-forgiveness. Milo, the Crystal Mermaid, saying, self-forgiveness is what you need to work on at this time. Truly forgiving yourself and understanding that you're only human and that we all learn through trauma. We all learn through our mistakes. So every mistake that you have made is on purpose to teach you. And if you can just focus on, I've learned so much then that will really help you. And of course, you've been on here a million times when I shared my, and thank you for always coming, my shadow work blog post, which can help you in these endeavors of shadow work or accepting the self. So there's some really good ones in there, and it's free if you want to check it out. All right, Joanne Downey. Oh, I already got you. That's right. Carol, you got now Bert the Vassal Giant. They're saying that there's something you're planning. There's something you want to do, and you're a little nervous about it. So you kind of come up with little excuses about how you're not going to start yet because, maybe you just need to learn a little bit more. You need to do it a little bit more. You need this a little bit more, something. And they're saying, no, time's now. You know enough, and you'll learn more as you do it. So absolutely, to just the time is now. Do it now. Do you know what I mean? I hope that helps. Do you like Kitty Tail? I know she's right here. Okay, Brooke, you got caution, the Scott, the Balboa. So let's see what they're cautioning you about. They want you to always use your discernment. To anyone that you're ever listening to, mediums, psychics, people talking about anything, use your discernment. Does it apply to me? And sometimes, you can watch someone who's great and 90% of their stuff resonates with you. And every once in a while you get something that's like, that doesn't resonate with me. That is okay. It doesn't mean you throw that person out. You never talk, you never watch their channel again. It could, not everything that we all channel and bring through is for everyone. And many times there's messages interspersed that will stand out to you that are for you. And there's messages and things that, can also be translated incorrectly in your head or not for you. So, just throw it out. Now, if you're watching someone and consistently you're like, this doesn't feel right, I don't think this is right, or this is making me feel terrible, then yeah, and then maybe you want to toss that channel out. But I'm thinking like YouTube channel, but they're just saying, be careful. You always use your discernment. Not everything is right for every person. We are all on so many different paths. We're on many, many different timelines, all interacting at once. And you can always change your timeline too. But, not everyone is on the same timeline. So sometimes you hear something and you're just like, I don't think that's for me. And that's okay. You're welcome. Hi, Ian. You got to observe your thoughts. Tristan, the Daisy Fairy. This is one of those nature fae I was talking about earlier. Observe your thoughts, everything that you are thinking about, you're creating. So if you have a tendency for like an anxious mind to go to some awful place where you're just like, why am I even thinking about this? Then you don't want to bring that vibration or even that outcome to your life. So you want to like release it and just be kind to yourself. Like, there I go again. That's just me being human. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I release that thought. That's folly. That's not happening. That's just an anxious thought. I'm going to think about something better instead. Now, this is not spiritual bypassing. If you're having a memory or something coming up of trauma that needs to be healed, that's different. So you're going to want to really work on releasing that. So if there's shadow work to be done, then there's shadow work to be done. So that, that's just work to do. But either way, just try to watch your thoughts. This person, I'll need to have your name by clicking the link. Okay. Hi, Natalie. Yes, you can have a card. You got synchronistic events, starlight, the dolphin pod. So dolphins also are our elemental friends. Here, I'll put the link on the bottom for the people who need it. Our elemental friends. Okay, so Natalie, synchronistic events happening for you everywhere. Your guides are like showing you signs. I feel like you're stepping on feathers all the time or getting some sort of big signs. They're saying they're sending you signs. That's the message I get for this card, which I don't always get for this card, but I'm getting it for you. There are signs everywhere. Are you believing them, or are you thinking that you made them up? Sometimes our spirit guides do this crazy thing where I just saw a feather fly up like that. That's a sign. I just said you were getting feathers, right? So sometimes our spirit guides do this really weird thing where they say, oh, we need to show Natalie that there's transformation happening. And Natalie thinks of the sign of a butterfly to mean transformation. So what we'll do is we're going to show her a butterfly in her mind right now. And then we're also going to show it to her 10 minutes ago. We'll make sure she saw a butterfly on Facebook or something. So then what happens is you're like, I'm thinking of a butterfly. Is that a sign for my spirit guides? No, I just saw a butterfly somewhere, and that's why I'm thinking of it. It's like you're asking for a sign. You get the butterfly, but you're like, no, I just saw it. That can't be it. It actually is it. That's our spirit guides trying to help us. And we have been told our whole life that we're making things up, and it makes it very hard to then start listening to our true intuition and psychic clairs. And the more that you do, the more that they're going to open. So look for the signs and just know that that's a true sign, right? Okay, Rhonda, you got receive with grace, Kendall the mermaid. So when people are trying to give you things, even if it's something small like lunch or I got this or I bought you a present, as long as it's from someone that you don't believe there's any ties to it, like just a friend, nobody who is trying to, give you something gross, then you can accept it. Accept what they're giving to you. Because a lot of times from the universe has a friend pick up your check or has someone give you something. I feel like I should give this to you for free. And you should just accept it. Accept it and say thank you. Because when you do, that tells the universe you're now accepting like finances, gifts, you're accepting from the universe. And when you say no, then the universe says, oh, you're not accepting abundance or things from the universe? Okay, we'll stop. So it's really important. You're welcome. Yes. Well, it's nice to meet you, whoever you are. Make sure you click the link so I can give you a reading. Okay, Bernadette, you got Listen, Mudu, the tall elf. These are like the Lord of the Rings elves. And of course, in my booklet, I talk about 37 different kinds of elementals. And I'm writing a book. I hope to get it to the editor this month. Anyway, Listen, Mudu, the tall elf. This is kind of what I call the clairaudience card. It's like you're hearing things from your guides. You're hearing words. You're getting sounds, noises, and they are trying to communicate with you. And so listen to what they're trying to say. I get very clearly that for you, it is clairaudience. You're hearing some things, maybe ringing in the ears, stuff like that. So just if you acknowledge the signs you're getting, you'll get more. And they'll be pleased that you are receiving their signs, and they'll give you more and they'll make them stronger. So it's very important. Hi, Leanne. You got call for clearing. So the diamond light dragon comes forth when it's time for clearing. And that just means like maybe there's a sticky thought or something that needs to be, or someone else's energy in your field or something else that needs to be cleared out. And you're going to feel so much better. So maybe get with a trusted healer and get some healing done, some regular spiritual healing. I recommend for everyone. I do it all the time myself. And because I do it for so many people, I hold a lot of space and it's really important. So definitely recommend. Hi, Karen. You are safe. Kel, the silver fairy, saying you are very safe to do what it is that you want to do. You might be afraid of what might happen. What will they say? Or you might be afraid of hurting one person in particular. Just know that you're safe and don't let thoughts like that keep you from finding your soul's journey, your path in this life, what I call the light path. There's something you're supposed to do. And they're saying, it seems to me very important that you're really worried that if you do this thing, it will hurt one person. There's many things you can do about that. I have a blog post about, if you go to soundwaveseal.com/blog, you can find in a search bar, put in Gabriel, and how to talk to someone through Archangel Gabriel might really help you. You could do that before you do it, and it would make a big difference. Okay, Joanne is next. I'm going to scroll up for you, Joanne. I saw you in there. You are tend to your garden. Okay, let's think about this, Joanne, since I know you. The garden fairy. Okay. This is always about why you're tending to one thing that's important to you. Another thing is gone missing, needs your attention. So I know you take care of your mom. You're doing a great job with that. I've seen your posts about it in our group. This is not about your job. This is actually about your Reiki stuff in your career, with your clairs and things like that, that there's a little, or just your spirituality and I have to sneeze. Truth. Sneezing's the truth, right? That was the truth for you. So extra confirmation. Yeah. So you just, whether it's like doing more meditations, I just saw 2 cardinals fly by, more signs for you from your dad, I think. He's in spirit. So yeah, it's about your own spirituality. Tend to your garden of your own spirituality. All right, Tammy Finch, Gaynard, you got make a decision, Melissa Whale King, saying that, I know, he said, I'm the Whale King. I was like, all right, I'll put that down. When I made these cards, I was like, I didn't know there was a Whale King. Anyway, for you, Tammy, make a decision. They're saying this, and I get this a lot when I get this card. You're dithering. You can't decide which decision is better, but the truth is they're so much more similar than you may think. In fact, you may know they're very similar. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Just pick the one that feels the best and then just trust yourself on that, and you'll come to the same outcome no matter what. And really, the thing that you're trying to decide, it's not a big deal. It won't matter. Just pick one. It's almost like you're picking colors and one doesn't matter. Or maybe it's something bigger, but that's just what they're showing me, you know? Okay, Andrea, you got music for manifesting. Miley, the leprechaun. Using music is a great way to manifest, and especially for you. I see dancing, maybe like playing some music and dancing and thinking about the life that you want or what you want to bring to yourself, or saying affirmations while you do it, or singing affirmations. Really powerful to sing affirmations, like to use, that would be called like mixing it with sound healing, or even switch words. You could buy a book on switch words. There's a great one by Liz Dean. Music for men, I think actually, yes, you should look up switch words. I have some on my Instagram and YouTube account. In the Instagram, it's in the highlights because it's a little bit older. And you can search on my YouTube page, but switch words might be a really cool thing for you to learn about. So music for manifesting is really important for you. So when you're doing any affirmations or anything, you might want to dance and sing along while you say your affirmation. Is going to be a big deal. It's going to help you really bring them. Okay, Cyan, you got flow. Earthly, the lava mermaid, this Lemurian mermaid is saying that if you find what's flowing for you instead of what you think you should do. So sometimes we have a lot of tasks, right? And we got that big task. It's like, oh, I've got to do that thing. And I just have so much resistance. And then what they're saying for you, the best thing to do is to find what is flowing, what feels like is aligned, what feels like you could do a whole lot. Do those tasks, and that might clear the way to do the tasks that you need to do, but don't feel like you can do right now. That's the answer. Find where it's flowing and follow that path. That is your spirit guides telling you the order in which you need to do things. Even if it makes no sense here, they know better than we do. Thank you, Jean. I'll give you a card. You got Soul Family, Cletum's Elemental Dwarf, our multidimensional shaman here. saying that your soul family is all around you. Do you recognize them? You've identified like 4 of them already, but there's more to be made. So just keep your heart open, and you're going to find a lot more help and helpers and personal relationships in your life by following your soul family. You might even ask for a sign to let you know when someone is in the soul family, and then you'll know, you'll get that kind of, oh, this person, really? You're welcome. Okay, Mel, you got Be Uniquely You, Pink Dolphins. Sema is saying, just be yourself and nothing else. I don't know if you're dating or you're doing something new. Maybe you're doing something new in your job in front of new people. They're saying just be yourself, and it's just going to be so much easier, and people are going to understand you more. You don't have to be a certain thing. Hi, Lorraine, of course. You don't have to be a certain thing. You don't have to be like, you just need to be yourself. Like, let's say, here's an example they're showing me. I don't think it's exactly your example, but it's like you join a new company and you're really, it's a conservative company and you have to give a speech, but you're not conservative, you're more flamboyant, and that's okay. You just are you don't mold to be them. You are just yourself, and everybody loves it 1,000 times more. That's kind of but it could be about dating or something like that too. But that's the example. So just be yourself and everyone will love it, even if you think they won't. Okay, Tammy, this must be your card because I meant to click Lorraine. Here's Leadership, Tote, Centaur, Tammy Cox Vogt, Voigt. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. Anyway, leadership. When Tote comes forward, he's saying, where are you supposed to lead? Do you know the answer to this question? That's what he's saying to me right now. Where are you supposed to lead, Tammy? What's your path for leadership? It's time for you to figure that out. What is the thing that you would like to be a leader in? If right now I was like, hey, we need you to do a speech on anything, just anything, go up there and talk to everybody about just one topic, any topic at all, just to keep them busy for 15 minutes. Like, what would you talk about? And then maybe that's a clue on where your leadership lies. But it is important that you find it, they're saying right now. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Lorraine, my friend. Here you go. You got Stop and Rest. Shatalda the Ice Mermaid. You've been working hard for so long. Now things are suddenly quieter, and that's also for a reason. It's time to just rest, heal your heart, and just take in the nature, animals, working with your animals and bringing in the advice of your spirit guides, and just, it's heart healing time, since you lost your mom and stuff. That's kind of what I'm getting. So just rest and take care of you. This is the season for that. Jessica gets divine change, but that's the unicorn. A divine change is coming to you, Jessica. What's going to be? They're saying it does require some action on your part. It's not just going to happen to you, but it is assured to happen if you take a leap of faith. This person, I can't see. You'll have to click the link below. And I think Veronica's letting you know. So I'm going to change my ticker, actually, so that you guys know where to get my cards if you'd like. Let's see. Deborah's next. You're welcome. Release and Go. So this was the card I talked about at the beginning of the live. If you want to get a more in-depth, from what this card says in the book, you could go back to the beginning of the video when we're done. Release and Go. Polar Bear is an elemental from Polaris. He's saying, his name's Yeshua, and he's saying it's just time to release something and move on. I feel like it's job related, although everything seems to be a bit job related today. So I'm not sure, but, or I doubt it. I'm sure it's right anyway, though. Job related, something like it's time to kind of switch it up a little bit. It's something you need to leave, but I don't get it something like your home or your spouse or anything like that. It gets more like job, or I get no on French. I think it's job. It's time to change it, and it could be same company, new position. Or maybe it's the way that you work your job. Maybe you're going to switch it all up and do it all different. I know I've just done that with my own job, which is this, my business. So yeah, Oh, good, Lorraine. All right, Rachel. Rachie, you got courage. Mattel the Griffin. Just saying, have courage for what you're doing right now. It takes courage to work on yourself so deeply, and your guides have your back. Just and that you're taking a leap of faith by taking this time to work on yourself so deeply. That's what I get. Does that make sense? If not, let me know and I'll ask again. But yeah, that's what I get. You have so much courage. I'll rely on that. Christina, you got the other gnome. This is the guardian gnome that I talked about at the beginning. I talked about the other kind of gnome, the garden gnome. This is the guardian gnome. So witness the miracle means that it's really happening. A miracle's unfolding. And how are you reacting to it? Are you disbelieving or believing? The more that you know it and believe and accept it and say, this is my reality, the faster it will unravel for you. You're so welcome. Kimmy got, yes, I can see you now, Wendy. Reevaluate. Two gnomes in a row. See, we got the garden gnome and the guardian gnome. Okay, so this was another card we talked about in the beginning. So Kimmy, reevaluate. Okay, for you, they're like, just reevaluate how you like to spend your time. Okay, every once in a while, and everybody can benefit from this, we have to say, is the way I'm living my life truly what I want? Because we are making our own reality. If we're sitting around, and this may not be you at all, this is just an example, worrying about the future, worrying or full of anxiety, whatever, is that really how we want to live it? Then no, let's do something about this to get better. Okay, that's an example. I don't think that's really you, Kimmy, but or am I spending a lot of time helping others who don't appreciate me, and I need to instead be working on myself? It's time to speak up for myself. These are just examples of things I get for this card. So it's like, reevaluate what's happening in my life that I need to change, and how would I like my life to be? Maybe I can change my whole life. Let's take a moment, get out your journal. What is my dream life? What am I doing? What are my days like? What is it really like? If money is no object, it doesn't matter what I do. I don't have to take care of anyone but myself, or unless you have small children, my immediate family in here. Look, what would I do? And then you can begin to build your path. What's the first step I need to get to this life? Maybe I need to start saying no to some of these people who are taking advantage of me. Maybe I need to say goodbye to that friend who always brings me down and is absolutely miserable way to spend my life, talking to her all the time. Maybe it's stuff like that. So reevaluate what could be a big change in your life that you could start now to make your life better for yourself. Hi, Kelly. You got finished, Marymount the Elf, saying, have you finished the project yet? there he is, working on Merlin's staff. They're saying that you started something and then you got nervous and you abandoned it and you were like, oh, maybe it's not for me. And they're like, they want you to go back. I don't feel like it was very recently. I feel like maybe it was a year ago or something, or two. And they're like, was it really wrong for you, or was it just not the time? And now is more the time to finish that. And it might look different than you imagined it back then, but go back and see what you think about that. See how it, think about the reason you started it. Was it, and I kind of feel like it might be some modality, or even like they kind of show me like you starting out like as a little side business or something. And they're just saying, go back and think about the reason you wanted to do it in the first place and what there is about it that is still relevant, and that it might be different. It might look different now, but it's like something, yeah. I almost think it might be Reiki practitioner, but I'm not sure. Maybe that's just something they think would be good for you. All right, so I got for you, Chrissy Runolfson. Set your sights higher. These seahorses say, sometimes we just accept things because we're like, well, that's good enough. That's close enough. And they're like, no, that's not close enough. That's not good enough. It was a test. And now you're failing by going, oh, I'll just take it. It's fine. No, Set your sights higher. Whatever you want, you can achieve. If you have the drive to do something, then there's a way to do it, and you will find how to do it if you look. All right. I mean, look at me. I wasn't a medium until I was 44. And I can tell you that I love to go watch mediums, get a mediumship reading. I had no idea I could do it. Now I teach people to do it all the time. And anyone can learn. Anyone can open their clairs. Set your sights higher. Whatever it is that you really want to do, there is a way, and you will find it. Don't settle. Okay. Cindy Woodside, you got, yes, Philomaya the fairy, and saying yes. Yes, whatever it is that you were thinking about doing, the answer is yes. And again, I hear you'll find a way. You'll find a way. If it's something that's expensive or something, doesn't matter. You'll find a way. If you really want it, you can have it. The answer is yes. All right, who haven't I read yet? Quick, give me a new message. All right, Be Terra Angels. You got gratitude. Bury the Gulf. So this month in my Tag Lightworkers membership group, a group I've had for 5 years, where we meet new beings every month, and it's got a huge mystery school and connections to all kinds of beings. We're working with the wolves. So who are the wolves? Well, if you want to know more than what I'm about to tell you now, I do have in my podcast coming up at the end of the month a masterclass where I talk about the wolves. It's just a portion of the masterclass that I do for my membership every month, or for every program, I should say. So wolves are these really interesting beings. They are under the classification of giants, and they're not like wolves. They're almost like bear-ish beings. This is still for you, Tara. Be Tara. They're bear-ish beings, okay? And they are in charge of Fae music, a certain kind of vibrational aligning, and elemental vibrational healing and elemental Fae sound healing, things like that. They work with a symbol called the Sri Yantra. Do you know what that is? Really cool. It's got 9 triangles. This is it. It's on the end of my pendulum. I love it. And it's really cool. We're working with them this month. Okay, so I just want to tell you who they are. Now, you're getting gratitude. So when you're giving that gratitude, now they're saying you already know this. This is like, of course you know this. 100%. They're reminding you that the thing you're trying to manifest, the only thing in the way is you giving gratitude for the for what you have already accomplished, or the bad thing that's happening. Like, okay, this bad thing's happening. Okay, I'm going to give gratitude for that because it's showing me that this is not what I want in my life, and now I can bring what I do want. And so I just give gratitude for the bad things. I give gratitude for the good things. I give gratitude for everything. They're just like total and complete gratitude going to really help you. And oh my gosh, you've seen them in your mind. These are amazing beings. They're coming forth. I hope you'll listen to my podcast. It's everywhere, even on YouTube. And I'm at soundwavesheal.com. You can find your link for the podcast there. Okay, that's great. Yeah, Cindy, I got you already. You missed it? Christine, you got healer. You'll have to go back, I guess, Cindy, and catch it. Healer, bond the tree spirit. So this is like, hey, you're a healer. You're a healer. You're a healer. You're a healer. No, I'm just kidding. So you're a healer too. Okay. And if you don't know this, then it's time to step up. So just a real quick thing. If you are a person who is a healer by nature and you're healing with just your hands and no really idea how you're doing it, you might be using a little bit of your own light or a lot. So it's very advisable for healers, natural healers, to get a Reiki or light language attunement so that you can learn how to channel that healing, channel light, channel healing. And that way you won't use your own light. So I don't know if you are an accomplished healer or a beginner, but they wanted me to say that at least to someone out there. Okay, Judy, I'll get to you. And so they're just letting you know that, you know, there's more healing that you should bring to you. So if you're already a healer, there's more that you can add to your toolbox. And if you're not really sure how you're healing, then maybe it's time for something like a Reiki certification, attunement, something like that. Okay, let me get to the YouTube people. I can't see. It's like, if you could see my end, I had so many comments. I can't see them. I can only see like 6 comments at a time. All right, so Judy, thanks for reminding me. You got self-employment. I feel like you get this card a lot. Increase your self-employment. There's more that you can do. It's the same as the last. In fact, my ear's like, whoa. It's a very strong message. Same as the last card. There's more for you to do. There's more to add to your self-employment. I would like to give Sarah a card. You got past life connection is tripping you up. Finley, the crystal diva. Of course, I'm going to clear it. So let's see. Crystal divas are divas that live inside of crystals. All right. Giving you a clearing for a past life. They say we don't need to know what it is, but it is allowing fear to creep into this life too much. And we want to use your discernment of what to be anxious about and what's just causing anxiety for what feels like no reason. So all right, there you go, Sarah. And everyone else, I'll give everyone a sound healing at the end. Okay. I can't see this person. You'll have to say who you are. Okay, well, that's great. Then there's an extra. Okay, so that message, I was kind of thinking that might be for just people listening. Then you need to add, there's a new level of healing you need to add, or there's something new to learn to add to your toolbox for sure. That's a good one, Judy, to do that. All right. Who was next? Christine. I haven't read you yet, right? Okay. Christine Davis, you got worthiness. Beesby the Selkie saying, there's still a little more work to do for worthiness for you. You've done a lot, but there's a key ingredient, and it's not going to be that hard. It's just like a aha moment or something coming up for you where you're like, oh, that's where I'm still not holding myself with as much worthiness as I could. And so it's going to be a big key learning for you. So they're really recommending that you look out for it. Oh, Stones of Destiny. Yes, I want to get. Yes, you can find the podcast on YouTube, or it's called 5D Channels and Chats with Rachel Chamness. It's on at Soundwaves Heal on YouTube, but you can also find it on my website. So on my website, soundwavesheal.com is, where do I have that? You'll find all the links, or you can just search for me on like Spotify or Amazon or wherever you listen, music, the iPhone, whatever. All right, Christine, did I give you the card? I think that Catherine's next, right? Sons of Destiny. Okay, you got trust and patience. What's funny is earlier, I was getting this message from the universe, and they showed me my own card in my head. They were like, you need trust and patience. So, trust and patience that what you're trying to accomplish and what you're trying to manifest is actually happening. It just has to unfold a certain way, and it's coming. And it's not like you have to do more. You just have to trust now and have the patience to receive it, basically. Okay, so this person, if it's not working, you have to go to the link, and then you have to click that button. But if you're not on an app, it won't work. So just say who your name is, and I'll pull a card. Okay, you're welcome, B. Tara. B. Tara. It makes me feel like Green Tara or something for some reason. Oh, I just pulled this one. Wait. Catherine Q, you got adventure. Kaki, the amethyst fairy says that your whole life is an adventure. Can you see it that way? Can you make that kind of flip in your mind? Like, all the things that are happening in your life are for you to find the best life that you possibly can. And so if you think of your life as an adventure or a mystery to be solved, or the things to have fun figuring it out, it's going to be totally different than like, oh, I'm going to do the shadow work. You know what I mean? It's like a big sort of difference. So yeah, there's 2 Catherines. Okay. So, yeah, think of your life as the adventure it is, and it will even become more adventurous. Yeah, sometimes it's all about that button that people don't realize you also have to press the button. Hi, Lolita. You got time to move. Lady Nada, River Naiad. Let's see. This is a card telling you you're learning so many new things right now. It's time to move on those projects. Like this is really a time for you to just be building. So projects doesn't mean more creation. Is it more creation? No, it's more about like things that you're doing, like the program that we do together, like that one. Or it's just time to move on the learning and putting it into action. What you've learned, to put it into action. That's what I get. And then just take a chance. There's a lot of Catherines. There's also this Catherine. But I read you already. Okay. You're welcome. Who else did I miss? Oh, I got like 2 minutes, huh? All right. This person, just tell me who you are. Give me your name. For Jody Woodside. Okay. Jody gets Manifest, the Genie of the West. Old West. You're in a great space of manifesting. So that's either, if your life isn't going well, that means you're not manifesting good things. You're manifesting anxieties or what's in your mind or vibration that you're caught up in. If you're manifesting great things, then you're holding your vibration high by working on yourself, doing shadow work, clearing yourself, all that stuff. And now you're starting to see all that you can manifest. So either way, whatever you're doing, that is creating your destiny. That's creating your life. So if you need to increase it, then you'll need to do some shadow work. So if you can go to soundwaveseal.com/shadow-work, it is free. And it tells you all kinds of ways to do shadow work every day in little 3 or 4 minutes so that you can just go on with your day and find joy. Very important. I hope that helps. Okay, Julie Alexander. Oh, look, you got soul. Alchemy and Magick. Selene, the unicorn. All the things that you need in this lifetime, or like that you need to manifest anything that you want to create magic and the alchemy in your life. You already have them. You have them all. You just have to use them. So I feel like it's close to the same that I gave Lolita. It's like, just start with something. Start with something small. Start with anything and realize that you already have the gifts. And so it's time to use it. You're welcome. Okay, Anne McDonald. You got love. Thank you, Veronica. The fairy elf Mebe. So you got love. They want you to know that you have so much love around you, like so many spirit guides and helpers that are like constantly sending you love, and that more love is coming to you on the earthly plane as well. I don't know if it's romantic love. It feels more like family or friends that are family or something. I also see like babies. So maybe someone else's babies or grandbabies or something like that. But so much love coming to you, and some from unexpected places, maybe not even related babies, maybe children. I don't see children. So I don't know. There's a lot of love coming your way. Maybe you're a teacher. You're also welcome. Okay, let's do the final card because I do have to go live again in a minute in my own group so this week in my podcast, I had one of my students trans channeling a starseed being from the Galactic Federation. That's a mantis being, very unusual and interesting. And today she's going to be answering questions live on my Facebook group. That's not up right now. This is the other Facebook group, 5D Daily, for spiritual healers and channels. Unless if you're not one, but you would like to be one, you can also join. Okay, so that's what I'll be doing next. So let's do the group healing. I have a little thing for it. Where is it? Group healing. Here it is, group card healing. Oh, look, we got the same card I was talking about. So it's also for me. Trust and patience. This is also like my favorite card because look how pretty it is. And the servitor, she's so cute. The little fairies. Okay, trust and patience. The universe is unfolding to our benefit, but sometimes it takes time. Sometimes we have to understand and know little things, learning along the way that unlocks what we're manifesting. Okay. I'm going to trance channel Fawnally. Let's see what she says. It is true that anything that you wish in this life is manifestable. You may bring it forward. You may bring it into your life, even if it seems impossible. And what is the work to get there? It is to release trauma and pain with what you may call shadow work. It is with releasing and inviting in a higher vibrational feeling of love to replace the 3D earth fear vibration that is prevalent on your planet. Bringing in this love and allowing to receive messages from your own guides, angels, fae, and helpers will help you find your path. And here is where trust and patience comes in. You may not be at the part of the path that is where you'd like to be, but with trust and patience and work on yourself and spiritual self-worth, self-work, and self-worth, you will get to where you want to go. And so, yes, being on earth, it's always work. However, as we have said before, you may see it as an adventure, and it will be a different experience for you. Here is a healing from her for helping you find that kind of feeling in your life of where everything's an adventure instead of hardship. Okay, that's what I call liquid Reiki shamanic sound healing, which I teach as well. Okay, yes, and Veronica has a new group where you can practice between circles. You can join a safe group to practice, and just for £1 a month on less than. So that's wonderful, so that you can keep the spammers out. That's fantastic. Okay, thank you all so much. It was really cool what she said, and she kind of showed me, like, she showed me, have you ever known someone who's just like so affable, like just always just like like taking life so relaxed and always finding fun and even the hardship, and you're like, wow, why can't I be more like that guy? She's like, you can. Well, it's a goal of mine for sure, because I got a lot of fire in my signs. So thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you next week, I hope. And I hope I'll see you in one of my groups. If you're not a channel healer and don't want to be, if none of that applies to you, then I also have a group where I'm live right now. It's called I Love Fairies, Fae, and Elementals. I Love Fae. It's on Facebook. And I also, of course, I'm on YouTube and everywhere else at Soundwaves Heal. In fact, I just joined TikTok. Please help me out. I have hardly any followers because I just joined, but I do post every day. I do post a reel on all my social media accounts at Soundwaves Heal. So I hope I'll see you there. Thank you so much and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.